Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to move beyond those generic AI images you see everywhere. We are going to break down a really simple four-part formula that gives you the control to create exactly what you're imagining. It basically puts you in the director's chair of your own digital art studio.
So, let's kick things off with a problem I'm sure we've all had. You have this amazing, perfect vision in your head, you type in a prompt, and what you get back is just, well, bland. It's technically what you asked for, sure, but it has zero soul, none of that specific detail you were dreaming of. You start with something super simple, right? Like a cat. You're kind of hoping the AI will just read your mind and fill in all the cool artistic blanks. But here's the thing. AI doesn't read minds. It reads instructions. And a simple instruction gets you a simple and, let's be honest, pretty boring result. So, what's the secret sauce here? How do you bridge that massive gap between your imagination and the final image? It's not about finding some secret magic words. Nope, it's all about providing a clear, logical structure. And today, we are breaking down exactly what that structure looks like. Okay, here's our roadmap. First, we'll quickly touch on that common struggle. Then I'll introduce you to the four-part formula that's going to change everything. We'll build a prompt piece by piece, look at some awesome examples, and then we're going to debunk a super common myth about getting high-res images.
Everything, and I mean everything, comes down to this one powerful yet incredibly simple formula. This isn't just a tip, it's a whole framework for communicating your vision straight to the AI. Let's get into it.
The best way to think about this formula is like you're giving the AI a perfect blueprint. Instead of just a vague idea, you're handing it a detailed architectural plan for the exact image you want to create. Every single part of this formula adds a crucial layer of information. And here it is, the whole shebang, the four-part formula. Number one, you define the subject. That's the who or what. Number two, you add attributes, all those juicy descriptive details. 3, you choose the style, the artistic direction. And finally, number 4, you set the parameters, the technical stuff like lighting and perspective. All right, enough theory. Let's actually put this formula into action. We're going to take that simple cat prompt from the beginning, and step by step, we're going to transform it into a real piece of art. We start with the foundation, the subject. We're not just saying a cat anymore, we're giving it context. Where is this cat? What's it doing? Let's go with a cat on a windowsill. See, already it's a much clearer picture. Okay, now we add the next layer, the attributes. This is where we really bring our subject to life. What kind of cat is it? Let's make it a fluffy ginger cat. And why not give it green eyes? These little adjectives are absolutely vital for creating a specific character, not just some generic animal.
Step 3 is style, and this is where the magic happens. This is where we define the entire mood and feel of the image with just a few words. You want a photo? An oil painting? Let's try in the style of Pixar Studio. Boom! Instantly, the AI knows the shapes, the colors, the whole emotional vibe we're going for.
And finally, we add the parameters. This is where you get to be the cinematographer. You're in charge of the lighting, the camera angle, the level of detail. Let's throw in bright sunlight to really set the mood, and high detail to make sure the final image is super sharp and clear. And here it is, our final prompt. By combining all four parts, we've created a complete, detailed instruction. This one sentence gives the AI everything it needs to generate an image that's incredibly close to what we first imagined. We literally went from a cat to a piece of art.
Now, the beautiful thing about this formula is just how versatile it is. It's not just for making cute cats. Let's take a look at how this exact same four-part structure can be used for totally different creative ideas, from architecture to epic fantasy.
Okay, imagine you're brainstorming a new building. Let's use the formula. The subject, a futuristic skyscraper. The attributes, glass walls, unusual shape. For the style, let's go with high-tech concept art. And for the parameters, sunset, perspective from below, hyperrealism. Just like that, every part is locked in.
And that gives us this prompt right here. It's clear, it's concise, and it is packed with information. This is exactly the kind of instruction an AI needs to generate a totally breathtaking piece of architectural art.
Now let's jump into a completely different world. Let's say you need a book cover. Subject, dragon on a mountain. Attributes, huge silver scales. Style, fantasy illustration, epic art. And the parameters, night sky, moon in background, high quality. You see, the formula works perfectly again.
And once again, the final prompt is just this powerful combination of our 4 elements. This one sentence holds all the instructions the AI needs to create a truly epic and memorable fantasy scene. You can really see how this structure brings any creative vision to life, no matter the genre.
Okay, let's tackle a really common question I see floating around all the time. A lot of people add words like 4K or 8K to their prompts, hoping they'll get a super high-resolution image. But does just typing 4K actually give you a 4K image? Let's find out.
So first, let's just be crystal clear on what 4K actually is. It's a specific technical standard for resolution. It defines the number of pixels in an image. We're talking about almost 4,000 pixels across and over 2,000 pixels high.
The jump from Full HD to 4K is massive. It's literally 4 times the number of pixels. That's exactly why 4K images look so much sharper and more detailed. It's pretty simple. More pixels means more information.
So here's the truth of it. Adding 4K to your prompt doesn't command the AI to generate an image at that specific resolution. Most of these AI models have a fixed output size they create. Instead, the AI interprets 4K as a style suggestion. It understands you want something that looks high quality, photorealistic, and really detailed. You know, like a 4K photo would look. For a true 4K file, you usually need to use a separate upscaling tool after you've generated your image.
Look, if there's one thing you take away from this explainer, it's this. Structure is your creative superpower. By breaking your idea down into subject, attributes, style, and parameters, you're not just writing a prompt, you're art directing. You get control, you get precision, and you get the power to turn your vision into a detailed reality.
We've just given you the blueprint for creative control. You have the formula. You have the power to translate that amazing vision in your head into clear instructions for an AI. So the only real question left is, what will you create?